When Golden State Warriors drafted Draymond Green with the 35th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, I think not a lot of people, analysts, or the Warriors management themselves expected that he will turn out to be an integral part of 3 Warriors championships. Never the most exciting player on the court, Draymond Green has proved to be a vocal leader and the type of player that will do all the dirty job. Hello, Merry Christmas everyone, I'm Purple Prince and today I want to talk about how good is Draymond Green really. Draymond Green has not been shy about his value. He thinks he's a max player, and if you just look at his defensive stats and accomplishments, he could have a case. Draymond Green is a 3-time NBA champion, a 3-time All-Star, 4-time All-Defensive Team, and 2016-17 Defensive Player of the Year winner. That's pretty impressive. But you have to wonder how much of that is him and how much of that is the superiority of his team. Now, Draymond Green is a great defensive player, don't get me wrong, but you have to take into account who he plays with as well. But let's not talk about his defense anymore. Let's just mention that statistically, Draymond Green is already one of the best defensive players of all time. With that out the way, let's look at his production outside of the defense. Green is well known as a vocal leader of his team. You could argue that Cavaliers won the championship because Draymond Green had to miss Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Like a quarterback of the team, he is critical to Warriors' success. Offensively, not so much. Offense is actually his biggest weakness, and a glaring one. Right now, this season, Draymond Green is averaging only 6.5 points. His assists and rebounds are great, but what about his scoring? To be honest, when you are playing with Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson, you know they're gonna score for you. But still, a player that's an all-star should be able to average at least double-digit points. Draymond Green did average double-digit points for 4 straight seasons. His most successful season was the season when Warriors won 73 games. In 2015-2016 NBA season, Draymond Green averaged 14 points, 9.5 rebounds, and 7.4 assists. Very good, well-rounded player, obviously. But an all-star? I don't think so. First of all, it's yet to be seen what Green could be able to accomplish if he didn't have 3 superstars around him. Secondly, he has to shoot better. This season, Draymond Green is shooting only 40.9% from the field and a miserable 18.9% from the 3-point line. Yes, up until now, it has been a down year for Draymond, but even in his best years, he wasn't that good of a shooter. In the 2015-2016 season, Green shot 38.8% from the 3, which was a mirage. Mostly, he's a 30% shooter from 3, which means he can hit an occasional shot, but he's definitely not a guarantee. He's a 70% free throw shooter, which is just okay, but even then, he doesn't get to the free throw line nearly enough to take advantage of that. Green would get more shots and offense going if he was one of the focal points of the team, but you also have to wonder if he didn't have all the great teammates, his shots would probably be much better covered, and his field goal percentage would probably plummet even further. I don't want to sound too depressive, especially around Christmas time, but it is what it is. So what do we have here? A great, undersized, big man defender who rebounds well, passes great, and doesn't really score. One player that comes to mind is Dennis Rodman, an undersized, unbelievable rebounder and defender with very limited offense. Rodman's rebounding was much better, his passing was worse, and defense, I could argue that Rodman was better at that. Would he get a max contract if he played now? Probably not. Andrei Kirilenko was also a good example, but he had much more offensive talent and probably was a worse defender. Would he get a max contract right now? No. And one of the best NBA players of all time, Charles Barkley, who actually for quite a while was a comparison for Draymond Green, he would get a max contract. But Charles was a superstar. He averaged 22, 11, and 4 for his career. His passing was good, defense wasn't as good, but his offense, rebounding, and pure heart was great. But Draymond is no Barkley. And in my opinion, Draymond is not a superstar. He's a defensive superstar, but somebody has to score for a team to win the game. Don't count on Draymond doing that. He's a star, but max contract is for superstars. Thank you very much for watching. How do you view Draymond Green? Is he a max player in your eyes? Leave a comment below, like this video, and subscribe for future NBA content. This was Purple Prince, and I'm out.
Life sucks, I smoke a pound a day, but that ain't enough for me to get away. Problems everywhere I turn, go away. Them demons on my door keep on haunting me. The angel on my shoulders on a holiday. Not happy with myself, I need another man. I just saw my life, I beg you please.